Check out how many people are here for the World of Outlaws event here at the Willamette Speedway. The ISCS support class, that's what we are tonight. We're just helping out. Hopefully the track's gonna be awesome, but what's up guys, and welcome back to today's video. I'm pumped to be here at the Willamette Speedway for a World of Outlaws event. Not only do I get to race, just like I said, be a support class, but we get to watch the greatest show on dirt. And what's awesome is there's so many people here. So many big names, just cool to kind of be in this atmosphere that we are. It reminds me of when we go to North Carolina and race with all these big names in the pit area. Drivers meetings getting ready to come up. They just called us, so we're gonna head over for that for ISCS, but ready to get the night started. And it's a hot sunny day here in Lebanon, Oregon, and we're ready to get started. I don't even know if a sprint car could get on the track right now. This is not good. They overwatered it big time. You guys saw the clip. All these guys are sliding around. The push trucks can barely go around. How could our sprint cars even get around to pack this thing? I can tell you one thing. I bet the Outlaws are not happy about this. All right, just got done with ISCS qualifying. It took a while to roll in the track. It's almost now dark outside compared to earlier. So got it all rolled in. We went out, we did our hot laps, and we were all right then. And then we just went out and qualified after the Outlaws qualified, and we ended up fourth quick in our group. I don't know, I just didn't feel that great. The motor didn't feel like I got a lot of pull. I think I was just a tad bit too high on the track. When I moved down a little bit, it was a little better, but now we just gotta go forward in the heat. We're gonna start second row inside, and we gotta win if we wanna make the redraw. So car was good. I felt all right, and you know, just a few more adjustments. I think we could have been a little bit freer in qualifying to help us out. But the heat race is up next. We gotta see how we do.
Northwest, this morning is TJ
We went fourth to second, correction. I actually went third quick in my group. So I started second row outside. It sucked because the initial start, I got a good one, got right into second. I think I could have won the heat race, but a quick yellow came out. And since some people weren't listening on what to do or no one was getting in the right place, literally the guy who started on the last row, fifth, got to start on the pole, and then he won it. So now he's gonna get like that max points. And then the car who was supposed to start sixth got to start third because people weren't listening. And so I understand they're on a time crunch and you know whatnot, because the Outlaws are here and we're just a support class, but it kind of sucks because I got screwed. I started fourth again on the restart, got into second, but you know, Forte was gone. He was really fast, and initially he was supposed to start behind me, so not sure what the call was there or why I don't know, why I didn't move to the inside or whatnot, or just kind of sucked that, you know, the guy who started fifth got to start on the pole. It is what it is. We'll see if we make the redraw, and that'll be up next.
This is He's in Mr. Holmes. He's in training with the shape for a day. We're ready. We'll start. And moving. Number 1. It's time to work. Oh my God. 6. Third round time. So we're going to take it on the way. We got the 3 and 2. Mr. Holmes will start. 7. 7.
Damn, dude.
So our redraw luck continues. Last weekend we started on the front row. It was our first time in 16 shows. Starting on the front row, pulling a 1 or a 2. Outlaws are out there right now. What happened was in our draw is it was a little different. You pulled a pill and then you gave it to someone, not revenge draw, but you couldn't see what you had. So I pulled one, and every time I had done this format, I didn't do very good. So I would just keep it, and that never worked. So this time I tried to switch. I switched with Forte, who usually pulls a good pill, and I gave my 1 away for a 7. So I don't even know what to say. I thought I was actually going to be doing a good deed and it was going to work for me, but just gave someone else the pull and gave myself one of the worst starting spots out of the draw. Is what it is. Got to go forward in the A. bad night for us. Started 7th, came home 3rd. Like I said earlier, I don't think this limited run's just as good as the other one. The track was a little bit more hooked up tonight. It definitely was slick, but around the top it was really fast, and I could just feel it a little bit. Get in there, get in it, and just brrr. Like, my thing didn't scream, and even Roger noticed it a little bit. Going down the straightaways, like, you can just hear it. It just doesn't seem like it gets up and goes. So on a track like tonight, it's a little bit tougher on us. You know, we're just down, I think, a little bit of horsepower with some of the issues we've had. I think that's hurt us a little bit, but we'll talk a little bit more about the A-main event in a little bit. The Outlaws are out there. Like I said, still 7th to 3rd, so a good night, but time to go watch the greatest show on dirt. The track for the World of Outlaw show tonight was not too bad. It was one lane kind of right around the top, like David Gravel explained it in his interview, but it did kind of widen out a little bit more than I thought it would. So early in the night, they threw a ton of water on it, and I wish they wouldn't have, because I think if they would have put a little bit less water on it, it could have went from being right here, you can see all this grip, and then slick, a little bit patchy, but slick, to more up close to the wall. And that would have been perfect for us. The slicker, the better, but overall not a bad surface. It did widen out, of course, a little bit because the Outlaws were after us. And for us, it was just a little bit farther down close to the bottom, but still had a nice slick patch. But, you know, a lot of us were just able to kind of get around the top, and Forte was good from the front row. You know, it's tough to beat that 26F when he starts on the pole. Thompson ran 2nd, I ran 3rd. You kind of just had to wait for some people to make some mistakes. You know, we definitely, in traffic, it was a little bit closer, but we also didn't get to a ton of traffic tonight, just about 3 or 4 cars. Willamette Speedway, definitely one of the better racetracks we've seen here. I mean, I remember last season, we would come here over and over and over in just one lane right around the bottom, hooked up grip, so at least it's starting to get slick and they're figuring it out. Now, I do think they need to put a little bit less water on the racetrack. They overwatered it early in the night, and like I said, I think it could get a little bit better, so they just fine-tune it. You know, they are starting to kind of, like I said, get it figured out, but overall, another top 3 for us tonight. We're not points racing anymore because ISCS is over, so the top 3s don't really matter in my book. I mean, yes, like I said, another consistent night, but we want to win these races, and I think our engine's just a little tired. So at the end of the season, we're gonna take a look at our 2 limited motors, kind of get them figured out and get our program a little bit better for next season. We're not gonna try to run as many limited races. It's just, sometimes that's all we have around here. If you're not able to travel, you know, to up north in Washington, and next year we wanna get to California, you know, there's only limited racing. There's only about 10 to 15 actual 360 races in the state of Oregon. But it was really cool to watch the Outlaw show tonight. Always fun to get to watch the greatest show on dirt. Brad Sweet won, David Gravel 2nd, and they put on a pretty good race. A few sliders there, but otherwise they were just ripping the top and getting through traffic. Anyway, see you guys all in the next video. Another good night. Kind of ended our 5 days of racing. I'm exhausted. I'm going back to school tomorrow, and back to reality. I guess summer's over, but great summer for us. See you guys all in the next one. Deuces.